Hello, my people. Welcome again to my channel. It's me, your favorite guy. So today, somebody asked me a question some days back, and the question was, how long does it take for your pig to mature? First of all, this is a very tricky question, but before I go into it, please, if you have not subscribed to my channel, I take God beg you, please subscribe to my channel. As you are subscribing, God will bless you in abundance. Amen. So, going back to the question, the guy was like, how long does it take for a pig to mature? So this question, like I say, this question is very tricky because there are different types of maturity in pigs. For example, sexual maturity is different from size maturity. So pigs become sexually matured at the age of 5 months. So once your pig reaches 5 months, you now know that this pig, it can give birth. This pig, it can serve the female pigs, and these pigs, it can just reproduce. So the other aspect of the question was, the other aspect of the question is, when do pigs mature in size? Pigs, size-wise, a pig's maturity all depends, size-wise, a pig's maturity all depends on what you are feeding the pig. For example, now me, we usually sell our pigs at 10 months because at 10 months, they are matured size-wise. They are big enough for slaughter. They are big enough to fetch enough money to cover their feeding expenses and to cover the profit which we are to make because it's a business, like it or not, it's a business. So at 10 months, a pig is matured size-wise if you fed it right and if you fed it very well. Now, there are some places you go to, there are some farms you go to, you see a 10 months old pig, you won't even believe that pig is 10 months old because it will be looking so malnourished. Why? Because it is being underfed. Now, this guy that asked me this question, his question was, how long does it take for a pig to mature? And I get that he's asking based on size-wise, not sexually maturity-wise. Because the guy was like, how long does it take for a pig to mature? So that I know when I'll sell it off. Like I said, this question is tricky because you might hear, how long does it take for a pig to mature? The person might be asking you sexually wise, or the person might be asking you size-wise. But size-wise, it takes 10 months for a well-fed pig to mature. While sexual maturity-wise, it takes 5 months for that pig to sexually mature. So when somebody asks you, how long does it take for a pig to mature? Ask that person, do you mean size-wise or do you mean sexually matured-wise? If it's sexually matured-wise, it's 5 months. A pig becomes sexually matured at the age of 5 months, while a pig becomes matured size-wise at the age of 10 months if fed right. Because if you feed your pig very well, by 10 months it should be weighing at least 80 to 100 kg and above. 80 to 100 kg and above. Now, some farmers might decide to, if you go to some farms, at 7 months, they will tell you that their pig is matured. It all depends on how they fed it. Because there are some places you go to, you see that a pig at the age of 7 months is also the same size with a pig at the age of that 10 months. It all depends on the food intake of the pig. If you fed the pig very well and often, by 7 months it should be weighing at least 60 kg and above. Now it's not your choice to decide if you want to leave the pig, because the more you leave your pig in the farm, the more you feed it and the more it weighs. But for me, I don't see any reason why you should keep your pig in the farm and why you can just gain weight when you have also other pigs that you can sell. So the best thing to do is, once your pig reaches 10 months, you sell it off. So that's it. Some farmers, you go to some farms, they tell that their pigs mature at the age of 1 year. Maybe that's how they feed it, because how you feed it depends. How you feed it results in what you get. So some farms, they don't feed their pigs very well, and that will now elongate their maturity size-wise. When I'm talking about maturity size-wise, I'm talking about a pig that is matured size-wise should at least weigh 80 to 100 kg and above. 80 to 100 kg and above. So there's some farms you go to, they tell you that the pigs mature at the age of 1 year. Size-wise, that's their own method. That is also as a result of how they feed their pigs. While there's some farms you go to, like now in my own farm, you'll be like, I'll tell you that this pig is 10 months old. And you'll be like, wow. Because you'll be like, wow, because you know that this pig, like, if you compare it to other farms that have that their pigs are 1 year old and above, it will be the same size, even though it's 10 months. So it all depends. I don't know if people understand what I'm saying. So it all depends on your feeding routine and how much feed intake the pig is the how much feed the pig intakes. So that's it on how long does it take for a pig to mature. So if somebody asks you how long does it take for a pig to mature, if it's size-wise, tell the person 10 months and above. Because once a pig reaches 10 months, at least if you are feeding it right, it should weigh at least 80 to 100 kg. Then, but sexually matured wise, a pig matures at age of 5 months. That's why it's always advisable. If you are putting your male and female pigs together, let's say you wean them and you put them together, by 5 months you should separate them, because if you don't separate them, it will bring about inbreeding, because the sisters and the brothers start mating because they are matured at the age of 5 months. So that is what I always advise people to do. So thank you once again for watching my video. It's your favorite boy. So I know what I'm happy to do, seriously. So but please subscribe to my channel. Subscribe to my channel. And God bless. Subscribe to my channel, please. Thank you a lot.